Hello, everybody, it's Maxie, and welcome to another Share Your Holiday Experience. Um, so, today we are going to be talking about Essex. Now, Essex. This holiday for me was a little, I think, bittersweet would probably be the right term. Um, Reason why that is we went in 2015, I believe, and it was like a whole massive family holiday. We took the dogs and all, well, the ones we had at the time anyway. Um, I mean, we took me. I went. My mum went. Did my stepdad go? Yeah, I'm pretty sure my stepdad went as well. Yeah, my stepdad went as well because I stayed with them. And then in the next caravan, there was also my nan and granddad and their dog Jasper. We had our dog Shadow and Max at the time. Didn't we, Maxie? Max is sitting next to me. Say hello. Say hello, baby. Cutie, aren't you? Anyway, sorry, getting distracted. Anyway, so yeah, we had our dog Shadow, Max in our caravan, and it was like a caravan site in Essex, and they had Jasper, and then we had um, my brother and his uh, girlfriend, partner, whatever you wanna, yeah, my brother and my sister-in-law, and then how many kids did they have at the time? I don't think one of them was born yet. They have 4 kids, but so was the littlest one born? No, she wasn't. No, she might have been pregnant with her at the time. I can't remember. Was she? Yeah, I vaguely remember her being pregnant. I might be confusing that, but yeah, I think she was pregnant because I remember um at a point wouldn't let her go on rides because we went like a amusement park at one point. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. So yeah, so the reason this was kind of like bittersweet was, well, unfortunately we have 3 dogs now, but because we bought Lola last year, 27, no, 2016 even. Yeah, 2016. So, because we got in November 2016. But in 2015, yeah, the reason that's kind of bittersweet is because at the time we had 3 dogs, and we were trying to figure out what to do with the dogs and where they would go while we went away, and somehow we came to conclusion to take them. But the older one we had, her name was Holly, and she was 19 at the time, so she's getting on. And we were worried about where we were going to put her while we went away, and that we didn't have to worry about in the end, unfortunately, because she unfortunately passed on. So it's kind of in March of that year. I think we went on the holiday in June, July time, so it was quite close to each other, sort of thing. Um, so that was sort of part of the reason why it was bittersweet, and also because at the well, I think that was one of the things that, like, it would have been a better holiday, sort of thing. There's just a few things that made it, like, it was still a good holiday. It was just a few things that made it not as good as it could have been, if you know what I mean. So there was that. Obviously, that's gonna put it down on things. I mean, we had her for all her life, basically. Most of my life, we had her since I was about 7, I think, and rescued her, and she had a good life. So bless her. Um, There was that, and then something else I think made it kind of bittersweet. Shadow and Max and Jasper, because I took them out for a walk I think taking the dog was probably a mistake. Like I don't know. I don't like having to worry about the dogs and that when you're like away. I just want to leave them with someone, know that I'm taken care of, kind of thing. Because like walking them that in a strange place and it was unfamiliar and it made me really nervous. And I think it made it like, sort of like at the end it was like they got in like a little argument with another dog. Unfortunately, think it was a big argument at all. No one was hurt as far as I know. It didn't seem like it. It seemed mostly, noise because they're not vicious dogs. They're really not. They're really sweet. And they never do that, like ever. So I have to say that it was probably on me. Um, you know, my nerves, and it was probably on me because they never ever do that. So I don't know what occurred there, or I don't know, maybe because they're not neutered, it was maybe nerves and testosterone. But again, that doesn't usually affect them like at all. They're really sweet, calm dogs, and they're like so friendly. Usually, I mean, they're like wimps. Honestly, usually dog growls at them, they usually run the other way like a mile. So, but that kind of like ruined it a little for me. Although, and that was like right before we were gonna leave, so it was like, oh, so that kind of ruined it a little bit. And the but then good points. Now that we've gone over the negatives, the good points were that sort of counteract that. Right before we left, they was a little girl, and she was I think about 6 months old. And she was really sweet, and they were playing with her and like being gentle with her, and she was stroking them and hugging them, and it was so cute. So that made me feel a little bit better. It was like, oh, that's sweet. Um, so yeah. So and then other points of holiday. Let's see, what did we do? What did we do in Essex? Because obviously it was a lot of us, one massive family. There was like a little shop on this caravan site, and then there was like a little club. Um, had kid stuff and like a arcade game. My nephew kept playing on this arcade game. These cards and things, and he was swapping cards. And there was like a bunny mascot thing that one of my other nephew got a picture with. Um, yeah, so it was interesting. I remember once we went into the pool. There was a pool, like a little pool there, so that was cool. And I remember I wanted to go swimming, and I'm gonna be a little gross here, so I apologize, but it was that time of the month, if you see what I mean. And I really wanted to go swimming, so God, this is an embarrassing story now. Embarrassing story time. um, yeah, I really wanted to go swimming, and God, I'm getting into really personal details right now. I wear pads only, like strictly, just because I don't like the idea of tampons, and I didn't really know how to use them, so I sort of had to be taught how to use. Yeah, basically, it was my first time using a tampon, just to be super gross. It was my first time using a tampon. um, and yeah, that was a weird experience. Probably never gonna do it again. I mean, unless I'm really, 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 really desperate to go swimming for some reason. But yeah, I'm probably gonna try to avoid it. I didn't like it. I just didn't like it at all. So, um, but yeah. Anyway, sorted that out and then went swimming. And yeah, I was worried about it because I was like, oh, what if it like falls out or something while I'm swimming? Because obviously I'd never used one, and I was like, but it didn't. It was cool. It all worked out fine, and then I was like, okay, that's it, done. That's it, done. Never again. It just felt really weird. Let's see, what else? What did we actually do? Getting on to what we actually did. Obviously, we went on walks. We walked up this path. It was actually a really pretty, like, coastal path that you could go on. It had like it's like a hill, and you could like go. walk over it, and it was like a beach, and you could go down. It was really, really pretty. We went. There we go, Maxie. Masking the dog. What are you looking at me like that for? Sorry. Hello. Oh God, sorry. Goodbye. Probably show you the others. Hang on a second. Yeah, what did we do, Shadow? Do you remember? You sniff the screen. It's really dark where Shadow is for some reason, so you can't see him very well. Yeah. Anyway, I'm sorry, I'm getting really distracted. I don't know why. Anyway, so what did we do? Because you keep looking at me with a cute little puppy eyes. What do you want? Anyway, what did we do? Let's see. Well, I won. We went down to. I don't know what days they are. I can't keep it in order, but we went down to. I think it's called Southend-on-Sea, and it's got one of the longest piers in the UK, or possibly the longest pier in the UK. And there's like a little train thing that you can ride down to the ends. We didn't do that. We were going to, but we didn't. Um, there are a few things we did there actually. One, we went to Sea Life Centre. That was really interesting. Having a good look around there, having a good look around the Sea Life Centre and seeing that all there was to see there, and like the sharks and things. I always like seeing the sharks. I don't know why. I have a slight obsession with sharks. I think a slight fascination with them. I used to be like scared of them, but when I watched Jaws for the first time. But I don't know. Now I watched Shark Week, I think, after that, and I just sort of found them fascinating afterwards. Hello, you. Maxie, what are you doing? So yeah, we had a little look around there. That was a really nice day out. I think we had like dinner or lunch or whatever meal it was at the cafe there as well. So that was cool. And then another day out, we also went to the same place, but we did something different. We went like down the beach. We went into the arcades and played in the arcades. I remember I came back and I mean, it was like June-ish, July-ish, or whatever it was, in the middle of summer, and we'd actually had a hot summer then. Well, at least there it was. I think it might have been raining back home, but back home here. That's where I am in my house. But there it was really warm and really sunny, and I just like never wear sunscreen. Never put it on just because I forget mostly. So there was no sunscreen. I had no sunscreen on, and like after a day of going to okay and being on the beach and just doing that with I went with my brother at that time. I also went with him to the sea life, and yeah, my sister-in-law and their kids and that. And yeah, so I came back from that day out, and I was really, really sunburnt, like really badly. And my mum was worried that I was gonna get heat stroke because yeah, it was quite bad. So she made me like drink like loads and loads of water, like a cup after cup after cup of water. It was like, okay, and I was like, can I wee though? Because I really, really need a wee. It's like, yeah, that's probably too much information, but oh well. So yeah, um, yeah, so another fun one. I can't remember if it was that one trip or the sea life trip, but one of those trips, I think the rest of them split up from us. Well, none of the rest of them came on those two trips, but I think on one of those times, one of those days, the other lot went on a trip to like an old war museum, I think it was, and saw the stuff around there. Obviously, I can't really tell you much about that because they didn't go. So, yeah, I think I got the choice, and although I debated like to go with my brother, yeah, it was to the beach, I think, to go with my brother on the beach day, or to and his girlfriend and the kids, or to go with my nan and granddad and mum and stepdad to the War Museum. And I did have a bit of a debate because I'm a bit of like, well, I don't think history buff's the right term, but I am really interested in history and all that stuff, and it was one of my favorite subjects. It still is, and I'm really really interested in all that stuff. So it was a toss up, but just the mood I was in at the time, I think I decided to go to the beach for the rest of them, which led to the sunburn. Worth it, worth it. The beach and the arcade and that. So yeah. Let's see. What other trips did we do? I think we drove up there to Essex. That is. I think we did drive the way. Yeah, we did actually. I think I went in my nan and granddad's car, if I'm remembering correctly. Did mum and my stepdad go in his car? Possibly, I can't remember. Mm, and John, my brother, not John, didn't hear that. My brother and his partner and their kids went in their car. So yeah, um, yeah, yeah. I think the only other trip I can remember doing is I think we did this trip twice. I think we did it once and then we came back. Is we went to, what is it called? I think it was called Adventureland, which is like a theme park again in Southend on Sea, I think. Oh, I remember another trip we did. Hang on, I'll say that in a minute. Yeah, two trips we did were we went two trips to Adventureland, and we did that. And I think my sister-in-law was pregnant at the time because I remember she might not have been. For some reason, I'm remembering it that way. Because I think that I remember her not being allowed to go on major rides. Again, I might be wrong, but I feel like that's what I remember. Um, I think my mum took one of her littlest one as well, or her littlest one at the time, should I say, um, on the smaller rides as well. And I think I went with my brother and his oldest and his middle at some points as well. We went on like the bigger rides and the middle, the middle child, his middle child, my other nephew couldn't go on obviously the big rides, but the older nephew could. So we went on, we like swapped around and went on the big rides with who we could and smaller ones. I was actually quite surprised. Went on one of the smaller rides with my younger nephew, and um, it was actually faster than I thought it would be. It went around the corners. It was like a weird waltzer thing, and you went around the corners, and you were just like zoom around the corners. Like it would go slowly, and it would just go like this. It would just go bum 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 bum, and then you get to the corner, it's like whoosh! It's like it actually kind of hurt a little. The kids' rides, they hurt more than the bigger rides. Honestly, they were like ow. The corner's really rocky as well. It was like you're bouncing up and down. It's like ow. Yeah, one of a few roller coasters. We went on this one that goes like upside down and went round, and that was really fun. I think it was one of the biggest, scary rides I've actually ever been on, to be honest. So that was really cool. Um, and there was like some indoor stuff as well, and rides like that, and there was like that pirate ship, the one that goes like up and down and that. Um, yeah, there's like I think we got lollies as well. There's like big lollipops that are really big and they just got like swirly colours and like the lollipops, if you see what I mean. um, we got those sort of lollipops and there was like a gift shop. Um, yeah, and then the other trip we went was what's it called, Chester Zoo? Is that what it's called, Chester Zoo? The zoo there, the famous zoo there. That's the one we went to. And we saw like all the animals in there, and there was like I think a butterfly thing, and monkeys and penguins, and that was really really interesting. I really enjoyed that. We all went to that one. Sorry, fun. We all went to that one. That was a really interesting one. Yeah, I really enjoyed going around that and seeing all the different things and all the different animals and etc. That was really really cool. So yeah. Yeah, that's what I really. Oh, not what I remember. I remember in the club there was like a last thing, I think. In the club there was like a karaoke thing, and came over the like overcame the nerves and decided to sing a couple times there, so that was really good. It was really fun. So yeah, that's all I really remember about Essex, I think. So yeah, it was interesting. Interesting holiday. Full of ups and downs. So yeah. So uh, have you guys ever been down at Essex? Maybe you live there. Maybe been on holiday there. Maybe you live there. Essex is a big place. Obviously, I can't remember exactly where it is we stayed. Just don't. It wasn't too far from Southend on Sea, if that's what it's called. So yeah, if you've been there or anywhere, just let me know. I'd love to talk to you about your experiences, your ups and downs, and your holidays, good or bad or in between. I'd like to hear about them. So yeah. So if just leave a comment, and, we'll talk about it definitely. So yeah, thank you guys very much for watching this video. Um, I'll probably see you soon in a different video. Thanks again. I'm Bexy, signing off. Bye guys.